Almost. I woke up this morning without reaching, lay there in the middle of the bed. The room was just a room, the light was just the light, and the first thought that I had wasn't you. I noticed that I noticed, sat up slowly, let the quiet land. Made the coffee, 1 cup, no second mug. Opened the window just to feel the air on my hand. And I stood there in the kitchen, just breathing, thinking maybe this is what the other side looks like. Not a fanfare and not some great undoing, just a Tuesday that's a little more like mine. I'm not gonna lie and say it's over. There's still a soft spot and there's still November. There's still a song I have to turn off in the car. But this morning was the furthest I have come so far. Almost over you. Almost, almost, almost through the longest thing I've been through. Almost over you. One morning at a time, one Tuesday at a time. Almost over you. And almost is the most honest word I know. Almost over you. Almost is enough for now. Almost is how healing goes. Almost over you. Almost. I called my mom and talked about the weather. Didn't mention you for the whole call. I went outside and walked for 40 minutes and only thought of you twice, maybe 3 times in all. I passed the restaurant, the one in track 7. Didn't cry, just smiled a little at the floor, because the girl who hid behind the cereal has learned to carry herself a little more. I ate the good bread, ordered what I wanted, wore the color, let the laugh come out too loud. Went home and sat with the November candle and let it just be autumn, just a smell, just clouds. I'm not gonna pretend I don't still feel it. The voicemail's still there somewhere in my phone, but the weight of it is different now. It's lighter and I'm better at the art of being alone. Almost over you. Almost, almost, almost through the longest thing I've been through. Almost over you. One morning at a time, one Tuesday at a time. Almost over you. And almost is the most honest word I know. Almost over you. Almost is enough for now. Almost is how healing goes. Almost over you. Almost. I set the table once this morning. 1 plate, 1 cup, 1 chair. And I sat down and ate my breakfast, and the empty seat was just a chair. I didn't pour the second cup of coffee. I didn't save the left side of the bed. I opened up the curtains on a Tuesday, and the first thought that I had was mine, was just mine, was something new and unrelated and entirely mine. And I thought, oh, there she is, coming back room by room. There she is. Almost over you. It almost feels like everything today. Almost over you. Almost feels like finally finding my way. 1 table set for one morning, one begun. Almost over you. And the almost doesn't hurt like it used to. The almost is the proof that I came all through. Almost over you. Almost is enough. Almost is true. Almost over you. Almost over you. Almost. One cup, one chair, one Tuesday, mine. Good morning. Tuesday afternoon, fluorescent light, just needed milk and bread. I thought I'd be alright. Grabbed a basket, had a list, I had a plan. Walked straight past the cereal and then it all began. Your brand still on the shelf, same box, same place. Some dumb cartoon mascot with a smiling face. And all at once the whole damn aisle went soft. I'm in the cereal section, coming completely apart. I wasn't even thinking about you today. I'd made it all the way to 2 o'clock, okay. But grief doesn't schedule, grief doesn't call ahead. It just shows up in aisle 5 with a cart full of dread. Crying in the grocery store again, between the cereal and the bread. Crying in the grocery store again, over something stupid that you said about your favorite kind of jam, about the way you'd always grab the wrong brand. And I'm standing here a total wreck, with a basket and a broken heart. Crying in the grocery store again, falling apart in the cereal aisle, right back at the very start. I put the basket down and hid behind my hair, pretended I was reading labels like I really cared about the sodium content of my crumbling life. Just a woman, just a Tuesday, holding on tight. An old man asked me, honey, are you doing fine? I said, just allergies, and bolted down the wine aisle. Grabbed a bottle, grabbed my keys, abandoned the cart. Turns out I only needed milk and a working heart. I wasn't even thinking about you today. I was almost proud of making it this way. But a smell, a shelf, a stranger with your walk-in. I'm gone again before I've even talked myself back. Crying in the grocery store again, between the cereal and the bread. Crying in the grocery store again, over something stupid that you said about your favorite kind of jam, about the way you'd always grab the wrong brand. And I'm standing here a total wreck, with a basket and a broken heart. Crying in the grocery store again, falling apart in the cereal aisle, right back at the very start. They say it gets easier, they say it fades with time. They don't mention that it hides in the most ordinary lines. In a box of cereal, in a parking lot, a song, in the way the light hits Tuesday wrong. I thought I was healing, I thought I had ground, but grief has got 1,000 hiding spots I haven't found. So I'll cry in the cereal aisle, I'll cry in the car, I'll cry in every ordinary place, until ordinary stops being ours. Crying in the grocery store again, and maybe that's just how this goes. Crying in the grocery store again, in all the places no one knows about your favorite kind of jam, about the way you'd always grab the wrong brand. I'm standing here, I let it break, with a basket and an open heart. Crying in the grocery store again, letting it fall apart, right here in the cereal aisle, right here at the very start. I should have done online delivery. I really should have done online delivery. I've got the answer ready, practiced it this morning, getting better every day with a convincing smile. I've timed it to last just long enough to land, then change the subject fast before the cracks begin. I've got 3 versions: casual, confident, and brave, depending on the audience and how much truth they'll take. The office version, and the one I give my mom, and the one I give myself that's closest to undone. But please don't make me use them today. I haven't slept and I'm only halfway through my face. If you ask me now, the whole thing falls apart. Just smile and wave and don't go near my heart. I'm so tired of being the person who is fine, so tired of the sentence and the performance and the line. But I'm more tired of explaining why I'm not, so don't ask me. Please just don't. Don't ask me how I'm doing unless you've got an hour and a half. Don't ask me how I'm doing unless you're ready for the aftermath of something true and ugly and too big for this hallway. Don't ask me how I'm doing, just say hi and look away. I'm doing fine, I'm doing great, I'm doing everything I can to get from day to day. Don't ask me how I am doing, I don't have the answer anyway. My best friend asked last Thursday over dinner. I held it for a second, almost told her everything, the whole mess, the voicemail and the pillow, the grocery store, the photos, all of it. But the restaurant was loud and the food arrived, and she got a text and I lost my nerve. So I said, honestly, I think I'm turning a corner. And she said, good, and we moved on to other words. And the corner is a lie, but it's a kind one, the kind that gets you through a Thursday dinner, the kind that lets you eat your food and laugh a little without dismantling yourself over the entree. I'm so tired of being the person who is fine, but the full truth needs the right night and the right wine, and somebody who'll sit and not need it to resolve. So don't ask me unless you're ready to absorb. Don't ask me how I'm doing unless you've got an hour and a half. Don't ask me how I'm doing unless you're ready for the aftermath of something true and ugly and too big for this hallway. Don't ask me how I'm doing, just say hi and look away. I'm doing fine, I'm doing great, I'm doing everything I can to get from day to day. Don't ask me how I'm doing, I don't have the answer anyway. Except, what if someone asked and actually meant it, and had the time and held the space open wide enough for all of it? What if I said, not great, actually, not even close, and they said, I know, tell me, and I did? What would that sound like? What would that feel like to not perform the fine? For once, for once, for once, for once, for once. Don't ask me how I'm doing unless you mean it, really mean it. Don't ask me how I'm doing as a greeting or a passing thing. Ask me like you want the real answer. Ask me like you've got the night. Ask me like you know that I've been drowning and you're actually offering a lifeline. Ask me how I'm doing and I'll tell you everything. I'll tell you everything. I'll tell you everything. Not great, actually, not great at all. But thank you for not asking. Everyone says at least it wasn't that bad. At least you didn't lose a house, a kid, a decade. At least you saw it coming. At least it wasn't violent. At least you're young enough. At least you're still And I know they mean well, I know grief has no scale. I've read the articles, I know the story, but knowing doesn't stop the water filling up. When the water doesn't care about the depth, I'm standing in 2 feet of it and going under. Not because it's deep, but because it's mine. Not because the world is ended, it hasn't, but something small and everything has died. You don't need the ocean to drown, you just need enough. You don't need the tragedy of centuries to feel it in your lungs. I'm drowning in the shallow end, where nobody believes you need a hand, where the lifeguard looks the other way, because the water only comes up to your waist. But I'm face down in it anyway. I'm drowning in the shallow end, the embarrassing kind, the small kind, the kind you can't explain without it sounding fine. But I'm going under all the same. I'm drowning in the shallow end, and the shallow end is still enough to drown. I've compared my grief to others, always lost. Put it lower on the list of things that count. Told myself at least, until the at least swallowed the grief whole. Because what do you say when nothing catastrophic happened? Just a love that quietly became the wrong shape. Just a person who was there and then was elsewhere. Just a life that fit and then just didn't fit. No dramatic exit, no big villain moment, just the ordinary crumbling of a thing. Just the way that Tuesday became permanent and the water kept on rising quietly. You don't need the ocean to drown. 2 feet is still too much when it's your 2 feet and it's your lungs. I'm drowning in the shallow end, where nobody believes you need a hand, where the lifeguard looks the other way, because the water only comes up to your waist. But I'm face down in it anyway. I'm drowning in the shallow end, the embarrassing kind, the small kind, the kind you can't explain without it sounding fine. But I'm going under all the same. I'm drowning in the shallow end, and the shallow end is still enough to drown. Give me permission, just this once, to let it be as big as it feels, without the at least, without the at least, without the ranking and the scaling and the someone has it worse. So swallow it, let it be the ocean. Just for a minute, let me stop standing up in my own grief and just go under properly, just once, and then I'll come back up. I promise I'll come back up. I was drowning in the shallow end, and finally I'm giving myself a hand. No more looking the other way, no more telling myself it only comes up to my waist. I was face down in it anyway. I was drowning in the shallow end, my kind, my size, my weight of it. I'm making the grief smaller than it is. I was going under all the same. I was drowning in the shallow end, and the shallow end was always, always enough to drown and to survive. It counts whatever size it is. It counts. The leaves started turning and end of last week, and something in my chest went cold and bleak. Not the weather, not the early dark at 5, just the knowing that November's pulling in. We met in the middle of an October rain. You smelled like wood smoke and you knew my name. By the time the clocks went back, we were something, and November sealed it like a second beginning. So every year the air does this to me. The bite of it, the copper-colored trees, the first time someone lights a fire close by, and I'm back in that kitchen, back in that life. I can't unlearn the season, now it's yours. Can't walk through autumn without opening those doors. The cold comes in and so does everything. Every single November flavor thing. Every November tastes like you. Wood smoke and the things we used to do. The early dark, the flannel, the first frost. Every November counts what I have lost. I try to make it mine, I try to start again, but the season has your fingerprints all in. Every cup of something warm I brew. Every November tastes like you. Every November tastes like you. I bought a different candle, autumn fig. Tried to lay a scent that wasn't his. Lit it on a Sunday, wrapped up on the couch. Lasted 40 minutes, then I blew it out. Because underneath the fig there was the cold, and underneath the cold there was the old familiar weight of you inside. The month away, November always meant us. I try to spend Thanksgiving somewhere new. Different table, different city, different view. But between the courses somebody laughed just like the way you laughed, and I excused myself that night. I can't unlearn the season, now it's yours. Even in new cities, even indoors, the cold comes in and so does everything. You are the ghost inside of everything. Every November tastes like you. Wood smoke and the things we used to do. The early dark, the flannel, the first frost. Every November counts what I have lost. I try to make it mine, I try to start again, but the season has your fingerprints all in. Every cup of something warm I brew. Every November tastes like you. Tastes like you. Oh, maybe one November it'll just be cold. Maybe the wood smoke just becomes wood smoke again. Maybe the copper leaves are only leaves, and the flannel is just warmth against the wind. Maybe I'll reclaim it year by year. Take back October 1st, then inch toward here, till November is a month and not a name. The season and the memory aren't the same. But this November, this one still is yours, is yours, is completely yours. Every November tastes like you, and maybe that's the most that I can do. Sit inside the season, let it ache, let the cold remind me what was real and true. One day I'll make November something mine. One day the wood smoke won't rewind the time, but until then every cup I brew. Every November tastes like you. Still tastes like you. Still tastes like you. There they go again. Same color every year, same ache, same you. The bed is twice the size it was before. Or maybe I just got smaller, I'm not sure. I used to know exactly where I fit. Right side curled in, arm tucked under it. But the right side was your side, wasn't it? And I was always pressed against the edge. Something about your warmth becoming north, and me just orbiting without a thread. Now I drift into the middle like I'm lost at sea. Can't find a corner of this mattress that feels like me. I try the left, I try the right, I try the diagonal, but every position just reminds me of the ritual. I forgot how to sleep on my side without you there to sleep against. I forgot how to close my eyes without reaching through the dark and finding just empty air, empty sheets, empty half of everything. Forgot how to sleep on my side, forgot what sleeping even means when the whole bed is mine, and I can't find where I begin. I bought one of those body pillows, held it close. It's not embarrassing, I mean it's a little bit. But 3 in the morning is no place for pride, when every nerve is reaching for a warmth that quit. I've tried the white noise and the sleepy tea, the weighted blankets somebody bought for me, the sleep meditations and the magnesium. But I drift off and then jolt up at 3 again, 'cause somewhere in the dreaming I forget you're gone. And reaching is so natural, reaching just goes on. And then the air where you should be is just the air, and I'm awake again, and you're still not there. I forgot how to sleep on my side without you there to sleep against. I forgot how to close my eyes without reaching through the dark and finding just empty air, empty sheets, empty half of everything. Forgot how to sleep on my side, forgot what sleeping even means when the whole bed is mine, and I can't find where I begin. They say the body holds a memory long after the mind has let the person go. The body keeps reaching, keeps expecting warmth, keeps waking at the hour you used to come home. My nervous system hasn't read the news yet, still tuned to your frequency at night, still setting off alarms for your arrival, still waiting for a warmth that won't arrive. How do you untrain a body from a love? How do you teach a hand to stop its reach? How do you sleep on your own side of a bed when your side was always wherever you'd be? I forgot how to sleep on my side. Maybe that's okay, maybe that takes time. I forgot how to close my eyes without the ghost of you crossing my mind. Empty air, empty sheets, empty half of everything. Learning how to sleep on my side, learning what belonging to myself means when the whole bed is mine, and I'm slowly finding where I begin, slowly finding where Coat's already on, keys in my hand. Told myself today's the day I finally land on the other side of all this waiting around. But my feet won't move, they're glued to the ground. I've packed the feelings up 100 times, rehearsed the speech, memorized the lines. I'm done, I'm free, I'm choosing myself now. But the door stays shut and I don't know how. And everyone's saying just walk away, like it's a simple thing, like it's just a day. But leaving means admitting it was real, and I'm not ready for everything I'll feel. Halfway out the door, still waiting for a reason good enough to go. Halfway done with all this aching, but halfway's all I seem to know. I've got one hand on the handle, one hand holding on to everything we were. Halfway out the door, still waiting for it not to hurt. Still waiting for it not to hurt. The cab's been sitting out there 20 minutes. I keep checking my phone like you might fix this, like you'd call and say the thing that makes it right, like I'd know which way to fall tonight. I've been living at this threshold in between the person that I was and who I mean to be. Too far in to stay, too scared to leave for good, doing everything but what I know I should. And everyone's saying just walk away, like it's nothing, like it's just another day. But what if I go and find out I was wrong? What if I've been half leaving all along? Halfway out the door, still waiting for a reason good enough to go. Halfway done with all this aching, but halfway's all I seem to know. I've got one hand on the handle, one hand holding on to everything we were. Halfway out the door, still waiting for it not to hurt. What if the waiting is the answer? What if stuck is where I'm meant to be? What if I'm not scared of you at all? What if I'm just scared of me? Scared of the quiet on the other side, scared that without you I won't recognize the girl who's standing here with her hand on the door, who isn't sure what she's waiting for anymore. Halfway out the door, still waiting. Maybe that's the most honest place to be. Halfway done with all this aching, still halfway closer to free. I've got one foot on the pavement, one heart that hasn't figured out the rest. Halfway out the door, still waiting. And maybe halfway is enough for now. Maybe halfway is my best. Still here, still here. Hand on the door, still I started going to the gym on Mondays, downloaded 3 apps about mindfulness. I meal prepped on a Sunday for the first time, bought a journal, bought a plant, bought a bus pass. I called my mother back within the hour, said yes to every invitation out. I rearranged the furniture, repainted, and told myself this feeling's not about you. I'm doing everything the articles say, drinking 2 liters of water every day, sleeping 8 hours, taking walks at dawn, getting good at looking like I'm moving on. I'm healing, just not from you. I'm growing, I'm glowing. that part's almost true. I've got a new routine, a better view, a version of myself I'm working through. I'm healing from everything I've ever been. I'm healing, just not from you, not yet from you. Not yet from you. I went on 2 dates, sat through both of them, smiled in all the right places, laughed on cue, came home and stared at my own ceiling after, and thought about you for an hour or two. I'm reading all the books about attachment, the anxious kind, the avoidant kind, the mess. I highlighted every page about the pattern, circled every part that looked like us. I'm doing everything the podcasts recommend, learning how to be my own best friend, making peace with all my childhood wounds, just not the one that's shaped exactly like you. I'm healing, just not from you. I'm growing, I'm glowing, that part's almost true. I've got a new routine, a better view, a version of myself I'm working through. I'm healing from everything I've ever been. I'm healing, just not from you, not yet from you. Not yet from you. Maybe healing isn't linear, maybe it's a room you circle round. Maybe I'm healing everything around the edges, saving the center for when I'm strong enough to go in. Maybe the gym and the journaling and the plant are just the scaffolding I'm building, while I can't face the actual wound yet, face the actual you. And maybe that's okay, maybe that's the way. Maybe healing starts from the outside and works its way in someday. I'm healing, give me time, it's true. I'm growing, I'm slowing down enough to move through. I've got a new routine, a better view, and somewhere in the middle there is you. I'm healing from the outside, working in. I'm healing, and one day you'll be what I finally heal from too. One day you'll be what I heal from too. The plant's still alive though. 5 weeks, that's something. First time was a Tuesday, full of courage. Had a glass of wine to help the edges blur. Went through every folder, every camera roll, held delete like I was holding something whole. Watched the little loading bar go end to end. Told myself that this was how the healing begins. Put the phone face down and felt the quiet land. Lasted maybe 6 hours before I checked iCloud again. Because it turns out deleting isn't forgetting, and courage at 10 p.m. means nothing by the morning. The little thumbnails were still living somewhere safe. 30 days to permanent, the warning on the page. I deleted the photos twice. First time scared, second time I cried. Selected all, confirmed and watched them go. Both times pulled them back before the 30 days were through. I deleted the photos twice, and both times I went back and looked at you, smiling in the places that we used to be. Some things you delete, but they don't ever leave. I deleted the photos twice. I deleted the photos. I just couldn't do it right. Second time I was more prepared, more sober, made a whole occasion of it. lit a candle, told my best friend what I was about to do. She said, good for you, and I said, yeah, I know. Then I scrolled one final time before I pressed it, just to say goodbye, which took approximately 2.5 hours, and a box of tissues, and the candle burned down to the wick beneath me. Then I deleted them, and this time felt it more like cutting something actual down to the core. Went to bed determined, woke up resolute, opened the recently deleted before my morning coffee brewed. Because it turns out grief has got no interest in your timelines or your wellness or your progress. The photos aren't the problem, and I know it. They're just the last place I can go to see your face. I deleted the photos twice. First time scared, second time I cried. Selected all, confirmed, and watched them go. Both times pulled them back before the 30 days were through. I deleted the photos twice, and both times I went back and looked at you, smiling in the places that we used to be. Some things you delete, but they don't ever leave. I deleted the photos twice. I deleted the photos. I just couldn't do it right. A Sunday afternoon in April, you're laughing at something just off to the left. I can't remember what it was that made you do that, but I've memorized the angle of your chest. There's one from an airport, you're half asleep and rumpled. There's one I took before you knew I was looking. There's one where we are both so clearly happy that deleting it feels like burning down a book. So maybe I won't, maybe that's allowed. Maybe some archives are just archives. Maybe keeping isn't the same as being lost in the crowd of people who can't let go. Or maybe I just need one more month. One more month. I deleted the photos twice, and maybe twice is fine, and maybe that's alright. Not everything gets done on the first try. Not every door swings shut the night you say goodbye. I deleted the photos twice, and someday there'll be a third time, and it'll stick. Or maybe I'll keep one, just one, hidden in a folder. Just one to remind me it was real. Just one. I deleted the photos almost. 23 days left in the recently deleted 23 days. Cleaned out your drawer, returned your key, gave back the sweater, set the inbox free, unfollowed quietly on every app, did all the things you're supposed to do after that. Deleted the photos, most of them at least. Told everyone I was finally at peace. But deep in my phone where nobody goes, there's 43 seconds I can't let go. Just you calling to say you're on your way. Something about dinner, something mundane, but your voice sounds like the version of you who still thought that we were gonna make it through. I kept the voicemail, 43 seconds of ordinary you. I kept the voicemail, the one where you didn't know we were almost through. You said, on my way, be there by 8. You didn't know that I'd replay and replay. I kept the voicemail because deleting it means you're really gone. I kept the voicemail because that voice is the only part I'm holding on. I've played it on the good days and the bad. Played it when I'm angry, played it when I'm sad. I know every pause, every background sound, the way you almost laughed before the message wound down. I've memorized the cadence of your breath, the way you said my name like nothing yet had cracked between us, like the world was fine, like 43 seconds could freeze us in time. Just you call and just say you're on your way. Something so small I can't throw it away, because in that version we were still okay. And I keep going back there every day. I kept the voicemail, 43 seconds of ordinary you. I kept the voicemail, the one where you didn't know we were almost through. You said on my way, be there by 8. You didn't know that I'd replay and replay. I kept the voicemail, because deleting it means you're really gone. I kept the voicemail, because that voice is the only part I'm holding on. I know one day the storage will run out, or my phone will break, or I'll finally have the strength to doubt that keeping it means keeping you alive in some small way, in some small drive. But tonight I press play one more time, close my eyes and let it feel like you're still mine. On my way, 2,000 replays on my voicemail. I kept the voicemail. I kept the voicemail, so you'd never quite be gone completely. Hey, it's me, on my way. Be there by 8. I changed the sheets 3 times this week, washed everything on hot until the colors bleached, lit every candle that I owned till the smoke got thick. But underneath it all, you're still there, still fixed. In the fabric, in the thread, in the seam, in the space between the pillow and the dream. I've tried lavender, I've tried the open window wide, but my pillow still smells like the night you lied. I know what you said and I know what was true. There's a gap in between and it's shaped exactly like you. And every night I lay my head right down in it, breathing in the wreckage of every word you didn't mean. My pillow still smells like a lie, your cologne and your alibis. Every promise that you swore would last, soaked right into the fabric of the past. I've washed it and I've wept into it dry, but my pillow still smells like a lie, like the version of you I believed in, like the night I should have said goodbye. My pillow still smells like a lie. Egyptian cotton might set me free. Pillow 1 is memory foam, shaped to hold. Pillow 2 is firm and clean and cold. But I reach for the old one in the dark, the one that holds the outline of your mark. Some habits live so deep in skin and spine that even brand new hurts feel like yours and mine. I know the difference now between love and a show. I learned it the hard way, the slow way alone. But knowing doesn't stop the body from going back to the warmth it remembers, even when warmth wasn't next. My pillow still smells like a lie, your cologne and your alibis. Every promise that you swore would last, soaked right into the fabric of the past. I've washed it and I've wept into it dry, but my pillow still smells like a lie. Like the version of you I believed in, like the night I should have said goodbye. My pillow still smells like a lie. The worst part isn't even the betrayal, it's that I miss the lie. Miss the version of you that I was building behind my own closed eyes. I'm grieving someone who was never really there, just a man-shaped space filled in with hope and prayer. So what do I wash out when the stain is something I imagined into being from the start? Tell me how you clean that. Tell me how you clean that out. My pillow still smells like a lie, your cologne and the lullabies you sang me into trusting. Every word, the sweetest, softest thing I ever heard. And I've washed it and I've wept it almost dry. My pillow still smells like a lie, like the girl who still believed you, like the last night I was blind. My pillow still smells like a lie, still smells like a lie, it still smells like mine. I should just throw it out. I know I should just throw it out. I won't though. La la la. Used to be a song was just a song, 3 minutes maybe 4, then move along. But then you came and rewired everything. Now every melody reminds me of something. The happy ones hit harder than the sad. The ones about forever make me mad. The ones about new love just feel like a joke. And the breakup ones, God, I can barely cope. I used to love the radio, the shuffle, the surprise. Now every other song just plays behind your eyes. I skip and skip and skip and nothing sticks. You broke my ears along with all the rest of it. You ruined every love song after you. The slow ones and the fast ones, old and new. Every chorus hits a nerve I can't undo. Ooh, you ruined every love song after you. I can't drive without the silence anymore. Can't let a melody walk through the door. 'Cause every song is either us or proof we're through. You ruined every love song after you. I made a playlist once to help me heal. 30 songs I thought I'd finally feel. Something clean, something new, something mine. But track 3 had the same key as that night. The night we danced so badly in your kitchen, with no real reason, nothing to listen to but us, just us, completely offbeat. Now every song in 4/4 time brings me to my knees. I used to sing along without a thought. Now every line I hear is something we almost got. I can't unhear the way you'd hum the bridge. You made a ruin out of every single bit. You ruined every love song after you. The slow ones and the fast ones, old and new. Every chorus hits a nerve I can't undo. You ruined every love song after you. I can't drive without the silence anymore. Can't let a melody walk through the door. 'Cause every song is either us or proof we're through. You ruined every love song after you. Maybe that's the thing about loving someone right. They get into the music, get into the light, get into the frequency you can't retune. They just live in every room. And maybe I don't want the songs back. Maybe I don't want the before. Maybe ruin just means real, and real is what I'm grieving for. So ruin them all. At least I know I felt it. At least I had the fall. You ruined every love song after you. And maybe that's the most beautiful thing you do. Every chorus is a proof that it was true. You ruined every love song after you. I'll drive in silence till I find my way, or let the songs tear me apart someday. To ruin sounds a little more like breakthrough. You ruined every love song after you. Every love song after you. La, 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 la. That one too. That one too. They say the ocean doesn't remember every wave that broke against the shore. That the salt just keeps on moving, keeps returning, doesn't hold the shape of what came before. I've been crying since the middle of the summer. Not the ugly kind, the quiet kind, the slow, the kind that comes when you've been holding something long enough that the body just decides to let it go. It started in the bathtub on a Sunday and moved to the car and then the morning walk, and now it comes wherever it decides to. A soft and steady leak I've learned to not talk over. And I used to fight it, hold it up behind my ribs, convince myself that crying meant I hadn't lived past it, through it, over it enough. But the water knows the way the water doesn't bluff. Saltwater season, everything I couldn't say is leaving through my eyes. Saltwater season, the body doing what the mind kept pushing to the side. I'm not drowning, I'm not breaking, I'm just finally letting something through. Saltwater season, and the salt is old and true. The ocean doesn't ask me why I'm crying, it just takes it, makes it new. Saltwater season, saltwater season, I'm just passing through. I cried at a stranger's dog on Tuesday morning, the way it looked at her like she was home. I cried at the light on the water in the evening, and the way the geese were flying back alone. I cried because because the song was just too pretty, and because the coffee tasted like a good day, and because I looked outside and it was raining, and I wasn't sad exactly, just awake. There's a difference I've discovered between crying from the loss of something and the weight of all of it, and crying because you're finally present, finally feeling everything exactly as it is. And I'm not running from it, not explaining it away, not holding it at arm's length, not performing okay. I'm just letting the season have its say, letting the salt water have its way. Salt water season, everything I couldn't say is leaving through my eyes. Salt water season, the body doing what the mind kept pushing to the side. I'm not drowning, I'm not breaking, I'm just finally letting something through. Salt water season, and the salt is old and true. The ocean doesn't ask me why I'm crying, it just takes it, makes it new. Salt water season, salt water season. I'm just passing through. There is a grief that cleans you as it leaves, like the tide that takes the debris from the shore. Not the grief that pulls you under and keeps you there, but the kind that moves through and leaves the sand cleaner than before. I think I'm in that kind now, the moving through kind, the kind that knows it's going even while it's here. So I'll stand in it, arms open, face up, let the saltwater season do what it came here to do, and trust that what comes after will be clear, will be clear, will finally be clear. Saltwater season, and I'm not fighting when my body needs to cry. Saltwater season, standing in it with my arms out open wide. I'm not drowning, I'm not breaking, I'm becoming something true. Washing everything I've held right through. The ocean doesn't need a reason, and neither do I. Salt water season, salt water season, passing through into blue, into blue. There it goes, there it goes. There it goes, there it goes. Look at it go. One spot, just one, and all the rest is mine. I've been doing well, I mean it this time. Cleaned the apartment, called my sister, feeling fine. Went a whole Wednesday without the usual ache. Made it all the way to Thursday without your name. Then someone mentioned yours in passing conversation. Just a mutual friend, just casual, just your name. And something in me opened like a window in winter. The cold came through before I could close it again. I didn't fall apart, I wanna be clear. I held it together, I kept it professional here. But underneath the table I was pressing my fingernails in just to feel the floor. I've sealed up most of it, I really have. Closed the rooms and locked the doors and found the path. But there's one corner of me I can't renovate, one tender place that still carries your weight. Soft spot, it's still you, in the part of me I can't quite push through. I've healed around the edges, healed the view, but the soft spot in the middle, it's still you, it's still you. Press it and I'm back there in a breath. Still you at every test. I've built so much but the soft spot, got the soft spot, it's still you. I went on a date last month, a real one this time. Someone kind and present and genuinely fine. We talked for 3 hours, I laughed without faking. And on the drive home something felt like waking. But at the door when he asked if he could call me, I said yes and meant it mostly, almost. Then I drove home and sat outside 10 minutes because the soft spot opened on the coast. Not because I want you back, I don't. Not because the new life isn't slowly growing, but because love leaves a thumbprint in the tissue, and mine still has yours pressed in below. I've sealed up most of it, I promise you I have. Stopped the reaching and the replaying and the math, but the body doesn't answer to the mind, and you are still the softest thing I find. Soft spot, it's still you, and the part of me I can't quite push through. I've healed around the edges, healed the view, but the soft spot in the middle, it's still you. It's still you. Press it and I'm back there in a breath. Still you at every test. I've built so much around it, that is true, but the soft spot, got the soft spot, it's still you. Maybe it doesn't go away completely. Maybe love leaves a permanent address, a forwarding number for the feeling, a place the body routes when under stress. And maybe that's not failure, maybe that's just physics, the way that pressure shapes the matter of a thing. Maybe I don't have to evict you from the soft spot. Maybe I can just build something new around it. Build something new around it. Build something new and carry it, and carry it, and still be whole. It's still you. Maybe that's okay, maybe that's true. That healing doesn't mean erasing every room. The soft spot in the middle, it's still you, it's still you. But I've built a life around it that is new, still tender, still the truth, still you in the place I can't undo. But the soft spot is just one spot now, and the rest is mine. The rest is mine. One spot, just one, and all the rest is mine. All the rest is mine. I'll clear it tomorrow, I'll clear it tomorrow, I will. I made your coffee before I remembered. You haven't been here since late September. The mug just sits there on the counter, getting cold. I know the number, but I won't call it. I keep the hoodie, I keep the habit of saving the left side of the bed for someone who left a long time ago. And I keep telling myself I'm fine, but I set 2 plates every single time. I tell myself it's just a slip, just a moment, but a moment's all it takes to break me open. I'm still sat in your place at the table, like you're coming home any minute now. I know it's over, I know I'm not able to put your ghost down somehow. The flowers I bought are already wilting, the wine's getting warm in your glass. I'm still setting your place at the table, I don't know how to live in the past. I watched our show, but I paused before the ending. Felt stupid crying, but I kept on pretending that maybe you'd text saying you saw it too. I bought the good bread, the kind you always wanted. The grocery list still reads like I'm haunted by every little thing we said we'd do. And I know you're not walking through that door, and I know what forgetting's for, but I'm not ready, not yet, not tonight. I just need one more dinner with your light. I'm still setting your place at the table, like you're coming home any minute now. I know it's over, I know I'm not able to put your ghost down somehow. The flowers I bought are already wilting, the wine's getting warm in your glass. I'm still setting your place at the table, 'cause I don't know how to live in the past. Maybe one day I'll set it for one, clear your side, let the healing come. But tonight the table still holds two, and every empty chair just looks like you. Maybe one day the habit breaks clean, and I'll stop dreaming the things that I've seen. But right now I'm still here, right here, still here. I'm still setting your place at the table, like you're coming home any minute now. I know it's over, I know I'm not able to put your ghost down somehow. The flowers are dead and the wine's gone bitter, and I finally see it clear. I'm still setting your place at the table, because leaving means you're really not here. I'll clear tomorrow, I'll clear tomorrow, I will. Not anymore for you. I've been choosing carefully which feelings get the evening and which ones get the door. I've been rationing the sadness like a dwindling store. One cry per week, sometimes less, mostly more. But something in me knows this season's winding down. The scaffolding is coming piece by piece to ground. I wanna do it properly one last time. Set the scene like nothing, just the dark in me. Put on the song that started all of this way back in September, when I first learned to miss, and let it be the last one, the one I give everything. The goodbye cry, the full permission one, the kind you only do at the ending of a thing. Not because I have to, not because somebody said it's time, but because I feel it in the architecture. The grief is finding its last alarm. This is the last song I let myself cry to, not the last time I feel it. That's not how it goes. This is the last song I let myself cry to, the send off, the ceremony, the close. I'm gonna cry like I mean it, cry like I earned it, cry like I carried this all the way through. This is the last song I let myself cry to, and I'm crying it for me. for being thorough, for not letting me skip a single room, for the grocery store and the mirror and the voicemail, for the November and the pillow and the tomb of all the ordinary things I had to feel before I found the version of myself that's real. The table set for two, the photos almost gone, the 43 seconds I kept playing on and on. You showed me I was someone who loved deeply, who held on past the point of holding on, who took the soft spot and the shallow end and carried them and came out knowing something I didn't know upon the day I walked into this grief, blind and small. I loved bigger than I knew I could love it all. Not because I have to go, not because the love wasn't worth the fall, but because I've cried every room in this building, and I'm ready for the whole. This is the last song I let myself cry to, not the last time I feel it. That's not how it goes. This is the last song I let myself cry to, the send off, the ceremony, the close. I'm gonna cry like I mean it, cry like I earned it, cry like I carry this all the way through. This is the last song I let myself cry to, and I'm crying it for me, not anymore for you, not anymore for you. So here it is, the full thing, no holding back, no performing it, no rationing. The table, the mirror, the mascara, the door, the voicemail, the music, the grocery store, the pillow, the healing and the sleeping and the season, the photos almost gone, the soft spot, the shallow end, the salt water, the 3 a.m. Every room, every room, every single room. I carried you through all of them, and I'm setting you down here at the door of the last song with love, with love, with love. This is the last song I let myself cry to, and I'm crying every last thing that remains. This is the last song I let myself cry to, and when it ends I'm walking out of the rain. I cried like I meant it, cried like I earned it, cried like I carried this all the way through. This is the last song I let myself cry to, and I'm grateful, God, I'm grateful for all of it, for you, for every room, for me, for making it through. Okay, okay, that's enough now. That's enough. I stand here every morning, same routine. Brush my hair, put on the face the world will see. But before I look away, I catch you staring back. Some version of me still waiting for your text. I rearranged the bathroom, moved your things, threw out the razor, kept the little ring. But the mirror holds the light the same as when you stayed, and I can't wash off the echo of your name. She doesn't ask me anymore how I slept. She just looks at me with everything I've kept, and I can't light a glass, I never could. She knows I'm not over you, she knows I'm not. The mirror still asks about you every morning, every night. She remembers what I'm trying to undo, sees straight through the mascara and the light. I can change the frame, change the room, change my hair, put still asks about you, and I still don't know what to say to my face. I tried on all the outfits you hated most, wore red lipstick like a little ghost. Told myself I looked like someone moving on, but she saw through it all before the song was gone. I smiled big enough to almost mean it, held my chin up long enough to nearly believe it. But a smile's just a shape your mouth learns to make, and the mirror keeps the score of every fake. She doesn't say a word, she never does, but silence has a way of saying what love was. And I can't fog her up forever with my breath. She'll clear again and you'll still be what's left. The mirror still asks about you every morning, every night. She remembers what I'm trying to undo. See straight through the mascara and the light. I can change the frame, change the room, change my hair, put a different girl in her place, but the mirror still asks about you, and I still don't know what to say to my face. Maybe she's not asking about you at all. Maybe she's asking why I let myself fall, why I keep standing here expecting something new, when the girl in the glass is still in love with you. One day I'll look and only see me. One day the question finally sets me free. But today she stares and I stare back, and we both already know. The mirror still asks about you every morning, every night. She remembers what I'm trying to undo. See straight through the mascara and the light. I can change everything, the whole damn room, repaint the walls, start over from scratch, but the mirror still asks about you, and I'm running out of ways not to look back. I know the answer, I've always known. I just can't say it to the girl alone. I found an old playlist from before we met, songs I used to love that I somehow let fall out of rotation when your taste took root. Funny how love quietly swaps out the fruit. I found a journal entry, 22, writing about a life that had nothing of you. She was messy and uncertain and kinda loud. She ordered what she wanted, she laughed too proud. I didn't recognize her for a minute, then I did, and something in my chest said, oh, there she is, there she is. She didn't need a co-signer for her opinions. She didn't shrink herself to fit inside a vision. She took up all her space without an apology. I wanna find my way back to that version of me, the version of me before you. She had her own voice, her own point of view. She didn't wait to laugh until you did. She didn't curate herself down to a grid, the version of me before you. She was rougher and she didn't have a clue, but she was whole in a way I forgot I knew. I'm looking for the version of me before you. I'm looking for the version of me before you. I called a friend I let drift out of reach. Said sorry, I went quiet for a year and a half at least. She said don't be stupid, and we talked for 2 hours. And somewhere in that call I found my footing. I wore the color that you always hated, went to the restaurant you always vetoed, ordered the thing that used to make you wince, and tasted something close to who I was since. Before the slow adjustments and the edits, before the weight of being someone's favorite, before I learned to want what you wanted for me, I was someone who just wanted for herself freely. She didn't make herself smaller in the silence, she didn't read the room before she smiled. She was a little too much and a little undefined, and she was entirely, completely mine. The version of me before you. She had her own voice, her own point of view. She didn't wait to laugh until you did. She didn't curate herself down to a grid. The version of me before you. She was rougher and she didn't have a clue, but she was whole in a way I forgot I knew. I'm looking for the version of me before you. I'm looking for the version of me before you. But here's the thing I'm learning slowly. She isn't lost, she's just been quiet, waiting underneath the version that learned to be polished and compliant. She's still in the playlist and the journals, she's still in the laugh that comes out wrong. She's in the color and the restaurant order. She never actually left, she just stopped being loud. So I'm not going back, I'm going in to find the girl who was too much and bring her home again. Bring her home, bring her all the way home. The version of me before you is still here underneath. She made it through, she didn't wait for your approval to exist. She didn't fit herself inside your list. The version of me before you. She's been waiting while I finally grew into someone who knows what she's coming back to. I found the version of me before you. I found her, I'm bringing her home. Hey, I missed you. Where did you go? I missed you so much. I used to wake at 3 and reach for you before the mind caught up to what the body knew. But something shifted somewhere in the dark. The reach goes shorter now, stops before your part. I woke up last night and lay completely still, just listening to the quiet, testing the will of every nerve that used to fire and call your name, and found that most of them had started to change. Not gone, not healed, not over, not erased, just quieter, the frequency displaced, like learning how to walk a different way. After so long, your body finally obeys. There's a kind of work that happens while you sleep. The brain sorts through the things you're meant to keep, files away the love and leaves the lost behind. 3 a.m. has been the workshop of my mind. Unlearning your name at 3 a.m. Letter by letter, breath by breath again. Not erasing, not pretending that it's it's gone. Just slowly making room for what comes on after you. After the reaching and the ache, after every 3 a.m. awake. I'm learning your name, not because it wasn't real, but because I need the space for everything. I'm learning how to feel without you. I'm learning your name at 3 a.m. I'm learning your name. I said it once out loud to test the way. Just your name alone into the dark, the late, and it sounded different, smaller, more like sound than like an anchor holding something down. It used to fill the whole room when I thought it used to be the weather and the walls. Now it's just a name, a beautiful name, the way all names are beautiful and small. And I felt something I didn't quite expect, not relief exactly, something more complex, like watching the last light go out in a house you moved out of, sad but ready for the route. There's a kind of work that happens in the letting, different from forgetting, different from regretting. The night shift of the heart, the quiet undoing, the 3 a.m. that finally starts renewing. Unlearning your name at 3 a.m. Letter by letter, breath by breath again. Not erasing, not pretending that it's gone, just slowly making room for what comes on after you. After the reaching and the ache, after every 3 a.m. awake. Unlearning your name, not because it wasn't real, but because I need the space for everything. I'm learning how to feel without you. I'm learning your name at 3 a.m. I'm learning your name. This is not the violent kind of ending, not the burning of a letter or a bridge. This is slow and dark and almost tender, the way a scar completes itself without permission, without witness. 3 a.m. has watched me at my worst, every reach and every replaying, every thirst. And now it watches something different, watches me lie still, watches me breathe in, watches me not reach. And in the space where your name used to live, there is room, just room, quiet, open mind room. Unlearning your name at 3 a.m. and something new is finding its way in. Not replacing you, not shutting out the past, just making room for what is coming fast. After grief, after the long awake, after every night it used to take. Unlearning your name, because it happened, it was real, and I loved you all the way through. But now the space is mine to fill. I'm learning your name at 3 a.m. I loved you, and I'm learning now to breathe, just room, just quiet, just mine, just mine. I wore the good kind, the $30 kind, the kind they swore would last all night. I had a plan, just get through dinner, smile at strangers, hold it tighter. But then they played that song in the restaurant, the one we slow danced to when we first started. And every wall I built came down at once. $30, baby, wasn't enough. I've been so careful, so practiced, so poised, kept the grief down underneath all the noise. But you show up in the smallest, stupidest things, and I fall apart at the seams. Waterproof mascara wasn't enough. Turns out nothing is waterproof when you're in love. I painted on brave, but the rain found the cracks. Some things you can't keep from running black. I thought I had armor, I thought I was tough, but waterproof mascara wasn't enough. Wasn't enough. Wasn't enough. I've been rehearsing the version of fine, the one that laughs easy and orders the wine, the one that says, honestly, I'm doing great, without her voice breaking on the word great. I bought the eye drops, the setting spray, tried to seal the sadness away, but grief has got a talent for the worst moments, and I'm always the last one to know it. I've been so careful, so practiced, so poised, kept the grief down underneath all the noise. But a song, a smell of strangers, laugh and name, and I'm crying in public again. Oh, waterproof mascara wasn't enough. Turns out nothing is waterproof when you're in love. I painted on brave, but the rain found the cracks. Some things you can't keep from running black. I thought I had armor, I thought I was tough, but waterproof mascara wasn't enough. Oh, wasn't enough. Oh, wasn't enough. Oh. Maybe I should stop trying to look like I'm okay. Maybe the mascara was never the problem anyway. Maybe crying in the bathroom of a restaurant is fine. Maybe falling apart is the most honest thing I've done in a long time. So let it run, let it run, let it all run down. Oh, waterproof mascara wasn't enough, and maybe that's okay. Maybe that's the stuff of actually grieving, actually feeling it all. Not every wall was meant to stand tall. I thought I had armor, I thought I was tough, but waterproof mascara wasn't enough. And I'm done pretending it was, done pretending it was. $30 gone in 30 seconds. Funny how that works.